Now we're in this Gibson Rewind.
They said it on the John Gibson Show.
Listen closely.
So I said this was going to happen, but I can tell you what's going to happen tonight. Tonight, the far-left media is going to go on the air and say the murder of Dr. George Tiller, the abortion doctor, is the fault of the right wing.
Resign.
It's the fault of the people here at Fox. It's a fault of radio talk show hosts. You watch. That's how it's going to go down. As predicted on the Rachel Maddow show, one of the people here at Fox was blamed directly for the murder of Dr. Tiller.
For 4 years, he repeatedly accused Dr. Tiller of murder, of infanticide. He publicly compared him to everything from Nazis to pedophiles to Al-Qaeda. He described him as having blood on his hands. Do you think he's sorry that Dr. Tiller is dead? Mr. O'Reilly went on to claim he never tried to incite anything. He was just reporting.
Now, we have rules that are established by the far-left media. Bathtub Boy went on, and I think he called for a tax on Fox. It actually demanded somebody here at Fox resign. I think he demanded the whole network resign and go off the air.
Finally tonight, our number one story, and the very serious, very unsettling part the Fox News channel played in the assassination of Dr. George Tiller, a horrifying realization that a television figure can be a facilitator for domestic terrorism.
Fox killed Dr. Tiller, or somebody on Fox television killed Dr. Tiller.
It is probably your experience, as it has been mine, that stores, bars, restaurants, waiting rooms often show Fox News on their televisions.
You know why they do that? People like it. They put it up there because they're trying to get people to stay in their waiting rooms while their table is ready. So they put on Fox because they know people like it.
Just get up and explain. If they will not change the channel, leave the place and say calmly why it is you are taking your business elsewhere.
I wonder where he'd want him to change the channel to. The official channel, the Barack Obama channel.
But this is no time for laughter. This is serious. Serious as death. Serious as George Tiller's death. So as of this show's end, I will retire the name, the photograph, and the caricature. The words may still be quoted in the future as developments dictate. But the goal here is to get this blindly irresponsible man and his ilk off the air.
I think he's talking about O'Reilly, isn't he?
Yeah.
If I'd still been on there, he would have meant me too.
We are only in the television news business, a profession that is at times about 2 inches up from carnival barking.
You know.
We must again separate it, television, from terrorism. And we must again make the world safe for people condemned by the Fox News channel.
Okay, now, so Tiller dies from this nut job who's been running around the country for years. In fact, a criticism one could make is that Barack Obama's FBI let him carry on long enough that he was able to take a shot at Dr. Tiller. But here was this other situation yesterday that did not get covered. This was down in Little Rock, Arkansas, and an African-American gentleman who had served time in American prisons and had been converted to Islam and had traveled as far as Yemen. He gets next to a military recruiting station in Little Rock, fires some shots in there, and shoots 2 soldiers, killing one. Converted to Islam in U.S. prisons, had gone to Yemen, had training, come back here. He's an American. He watches television, and he decided it was time to take a shot at American soldiers. So we went to a recruiting station and did that. Not a word about that on the MSNBC yesterday. But turnabout is fair play. Why can't we blame Bathtub Boy for this killing? Bathtub Boy bird-dogged the war, used Iraq to bash
this war of lies,
tried to make our troops killers at Abu Ghraib, Haditha, talk about how they died for nothing, fanning the flames. Somebody comes back and shoots an American soldier. Why wouldn't I look to television for having done that?
But this is no time for laughter.
No.
This is serious.
Yes.
Serious as death.
Yes.
Serious as George Tiller's death.
No, it's the recruiter's
So as of this
death.
show's end, I will retire the name, the photograph, and the...
I wish I could retire him. The rules apply both ways. Why is it the left media won't even report on the story that their left-wing, what's the word, rabble-rousing, led to a shooting and a death? By the way, want to get in a numbers game here? Angry Rich prepared this for me. I'm holding this up. On one hand, I have a list of 4,700 Muslim terror incidents since 9/11/01, right? Well, for the last 16 years, we have the number of abortion doctor shootings. 9 in 16 years. I got 4,700 since 2001. Who's stirring up who? Can I now blame the Obama left-wing media for the death of a U.S. soldier at a recruiting station in Little Rock yesterday, whose murderer was goaded into action by the condemnation regularly expressed on MSNBC for the war and President Bush? I think both arguments are absurd, but if they're going to make that absurd argument stick against the right wing, I can certainly make the argument stick against the left wing.
They're both absurd.
Well, but Bathtub Boy has done nothing but trash this war.
Yep.
It was wrong. It's murderous. Killed 1 million people. Done all this stuff. So why wouldn't we expect somebody to get all twisted up and go out and shoot a soldier somewhere? And they did. And it happened yesterday, just as he was condemning right-wing talk radio and Fox for Tiller's death. Dan in Wyoming.
Say, I get a kick out of this Olbermann guy. I watch him just for comedy. He's like a drama queen or something. I think he wanted to be an actor or something.
Did you say queen?
Yeah, he's a drama queen. Unbelievable. Crazy nut from the left. I can't believe he gets airtime.
Resign.
Well, that's a whole network built around him. He's the leading edge of that network.
He's a Tokyo Rose from the left, is all he is. Tokyo Rose.
Indeed we do.
Olbermann's a disaster. I can't believe that he's polluting the minds of our youth. It's unbelievable.
You're a fascist.
Nobody's watching, don't worry.
Yeah, don't worry. It's just a few youth. You want to blame us? Then great. I want to blame the liberal media. I want to blame Bathtub Boy for that soldier's murder yesterday. Just wearing the uniform of the United States military, which has been demonized and trashed and said to be baby killers, as a matter of fact, on their air.
They fought for nothing.
To millions of people. Fought for nothing.
Died for nothing.
And committed war crimes in the process.
There was no IED that killed these innocent people. Our troops overreacted because of the pressure on them.
Pressure.
And they killed innocent civilians in cold blood.
Yeah, right. There's John Murtha lying about the troops at Haditha. Lying. And that led to, promoted as it was on Bathtub Boy's show and on MSNBC, led to the death of a soldier yesterday. Shame. Shame. Those people need to be stopped.
John Gibson of Fixed News, today's worst person in the world.
Always striving to be the worst to Bathtub Boy.
You should crawl off into a hole and die.
But the best to you. John Gibson on Fox News Talk.